Now I'd like to introduce you to our next keynote speaker, Mr. Bruce Culpepper. He is the president of the Shell Oil Company. As the U.S. Country Chair, he heads the U.S. Country Leadership Team, overseeing strategy and plans for all Shell assets and businesses in the United States. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Culpepper.
Well, good morning, everyone. It's my great honor to be invited to speak with you today, and my thanks to the President of the U.S.-Japan Council, Irene Hirano Inoue, who has been such a champion through the years for cross-cultural learnings and exchanges. I would also like to thank Donna Cole, the President and CEO of Cole Chemical, for her service as chair of the Japan-Texas Economic Summit. And my thanks to all of you for taking the time to come to Houston, come to Texas, and to support this unique partnership between our state and the nation of Japan. Japan and Texas have much in common. For starters, we have historical figures that have long been associated with our cultures. The samurai in Japan, the cowboy in Texas. Both are trusted guardians of the land, timeless symbols of vigilance, strength, skill, and known for their deep sense of honor and for their fierce loyalty and uncommon virtue. Today, both in Japan and Texas, we bring these values to the work we do, the way we strive to bring honor to our companies and to our families. We hold fast to core principles of fairness, acting in good faith with our business partners, and with confidence that they will act in good faith with us. But we have more in common than our legends and our approach to business. Unfortunately, in recent years, both Japan and Texas have had their character tested by nature's destructive forces. The Great Eastern Japan earthquake of 2011 and Hurricane Harvey that hit Texas just last year. We know too well how quickly our earthly belongings and even human life can be swept away, and yet we have learned about the strength of the human spirit even when faced with such disasters. Just as you witnessed in Texas with fishing boats and fisher people coming to rescue folks that were in peril, I can distinctly recall watching the TV images after the tsunami in Japan and noticing the quiet resilience, the determination of the Japanese families impacted by the disaster. Over 18,000 people died or were missing in that event, and over 120,000 buildings destroyed, and yet they were focused on helping one another recover and rebuild. On a lighter note, Japan and Texas share a passion for baseball. Our team, the Houston Astros, won a thrilling World Series last year. And this year, one of baseball's most watched stories and exciting stories is Shohei Ohtani, a Japanese player that has drawn comparisons to Babe Ruth. I was flipping channels on ESPN last night and saw them having a feature, so he's having a good year. In baseball and business, we understand that competitive nature fuels our drive to excel. But we also know that when we play on the same team, we can complement each other and we can share victories together. Shell began doing business in Japan more than 100 years ago, long before the company was even in the oil or energy business. Over many years of working together, we have developed bonds of trust and understanding that cross different cultures. We have witnessed firsthand the great integrity of our Japanese business partners, their belief in enduring partnerships, and we have sought to impress them in reciprocating that. The bonds built so long ago set the stage for collaborations whose value is still felt today. Some 45 years ago, the Japanese government supported Shell and other companies in helping establish infrastructure and supply lines for the shipment of liquefied natural gas to Japan, unlocking a truly innovative form of energy. Since then, Shell's investment in liquefied natural gas, or what we refer to commonly today as LNG, has become a critical part of our business globally, with the support of our many customers and with Japan being the single largest market for LNG in the world. The Japanese economy has benefited from the versatility of natural gas. Its value not only in power generation, cooking and heating homes, but also for industrial use. Gas promises to be an enduring and important part of the energy mix in Japan well into the future. But the partnership between Shell and Japanese companies goes far beyond Japanese borders. Today, Mitsubishi and Mitsui are important investment partners with Shell in a number of LNG ventures around the world. Mitsui is a partner in Shell's KKS deepwater platform in the Gulf of Mexico, and Shell has teamed up with Toyota to install hydrogen fueling stations in Southern California, and we will soon be moving them into Northern California. These are just some of the many business ventures that Shell has with Japanese companies, and no doubt there are other Texas business leaders here in the room today that have their list as well. The strength of Japanese and Texas relationships goes far beyond business deals. This was evident in the incredible generosity of Japanese companies who gave to the people of Houston along the Texas Gulf Coast after the hurricane